Hi guys, I'm on fire today. This is the fourth video of my mental health series. I hope that you've subscribed and you are all doing well. Why not take a few minutes to and get a comfy chair and maybe we can get through this together. Today I am talking about the meaning of life, or what people see, or it is how others see me in this world, or what am I supposed to do with my life. Have you ever been in a rut with your life, and this is life, right? And there's a big question mark. What is my role in this world? Does this make you anxiety? This actually brings in anxiety. Got a bit of thunder coming on. You can see that. So people may say to you, well, you know, I am. Well, what are you doing with your life? You know, what's the purpose? And that, of course, brings on stress and anxiety. When I was a child myself, it was kind of like once you got to 18, it was like seeing you had to leave the house. And that was that. You had to make your way in the old world, so to speak. And I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I was like stuck. So I thought, well, first thing I did was just do a YTS course like everybody else, and then I went on to do other things. But really, the things that I want to do are a bit far away from me at the moment, but I do have plans. But then we're back into the room again about this. You may feel like, what is your purpose in life? How are you going to do what? You know, when people say, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your life? What's going on? You know, what's a career? Blah blah blah. But this is conformist to life. So you've got the average Joe, right? Okay, there he is. He's got two children, right? One wife. Let's say that's the wife, and these are the two children, right? Now that's society. If I can spell this, I probably can't. But hey, there you go. Sees you. That's how they see it. That's how they see people today. Two kids, guy at working or both working, or she's a stay-at-home mother. And if you're a stay-at-home guy, which I am, I am a. Obviously I do other things as well. You know, I can't kind of do the woman role, but it's very easy for people to say, well, what do you do? What's your day entail? Yeah. So of course then anyone like that kind of like has a big arrow on the head with a question mark. What are you doing with your life? My answer is I wasn't born with a purpose in mind. God didn't say this is what you've got to do, that's what you've got to do. And the more that you think about it, the more it stresses you out. I've had it before where, you know, you could be doing this, you could be doing that. And the problem is as well, you start beating yourself up over it. My mother used to do this, and if she hadn't done something constructive in a day, she felt the day was a waste. But every day is the same. I mean, all we're doing is we're just going round repeating like that. Okay, we're just sort of repeating the same. It's the other way, isn't it? Excuse me. We're repeating. It's just like a circle. All right. We're just going round and round and round and round every day with slightly different things. That's why people go on holidays. That's why people do different things, because they want to break the cycle. But then they've got jobs. Say you don't have a career, but then society makes you guilty because you should be doing something. You should be studying. You should be having kids or family, whatever. But that's wrong, because in that is society's perception. Again, the arrow, and you were made to feel like shit because, like, well, what are you doing with your life? And it's like, how others, and then you're of course thinking, like I say, your anxiety builds up because you're thinking, well, how do others see me then? A complete loser. Then you're thinking, well, I'm just a waste. I'm just wasting your time. wasting my life. But in fact, you're not. Because if you go back to the, to actual reality of years and years and years ago, the object of life was trying just to survive, to get by. It wasn't, when we were all living in caves and we went out hunting for our whatever, it wasn't about that you've got to do something, you have to be a lawyer or a nurse or this, that and the other, and then you've got to get a house, and then you've got to raise children, then you've got to do this, then you've got to get a pension together. It was not like that. But society has turned everything around, and then it makes you feel, hey, you're a big loser if you're not doing all the rest of it. So that's the thing. If you can put a big, until, I mean, I'm not saying that you know, you know, you might in a year's time find your natural niche, and that's what we're calling it, a natural niche. But if you have some time, there's the clock, okay? Right, try and do some hands. See, I can draw, but I can't spell. Father Time's cracking on. You've got someone in your ear going, what you doing, what you doing, what you doing? Alright, and there's you. And you're thinking, well, I should be doing something, and then of course they're guilt tripping you into cracking on. But I think that your life personally the things that will happen to you for a reason. And I'm a big believer in fate. If it's going to drop into you, it is. And you can do as many, sure, you can search. Sure, why not? You can search all you want. But I believe that you know who you are and what you're comfortable with and at your pace. And no matter how many exams that you try and take, no matter how many jobs you want to apply for, it is, to me, it is, you basically, I'm trying to think what it was, it's basically not so much folly, it's more, you're doomed. Because you'll put up with being a nurse or whatever for so long. But if your heart's not in it, it ain't in it. And so you're going to end, that is just total doomed. Alright? And people get big jobs and they want to see their roles in society because I'm doing this, I'm driving a big Mercedes, I'm driving that, I'm doing this. Look what I've done with my day. Some people work in charity shops to interact with people, some people do that. But unless you find your niche in life, there's no way a lot of, you know, and that's what they're saying with me. My niche is probably YouTube. It's a lot of other bits and pieces. But I'm just floating along at the moment. And people might say, well, I've had people say, well, he's not doing a lot, is he? I said, well, actually, I'm doing what I can. I'm doing what I am, going with the flow of the day. I have things on the back burner, like, you know, but at the moment, I'm kind of like, I think a lot of people are, they are, if that was a big cooker, right, I think my ideas would be about here, right now. Whereas society wants you at least on the front, you know. So I've got ideas, and I'm sure you guys do as well. But you know, don't beat yourself up over it if you don't do it in 6 months or a year. You know, your dreams are your dreams, and how you flow is really the best way to get there. If you push yourself into doing things that you're not really comfortable with, it's just going to end in disaster, as you well know. You know, it's raining now. I'll get the grass cut tomorrow if it's all right. If not, then it'll be the next day. But yeah, it's just a subject I wanted to talk about, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cool, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.